You are listening to the Savage FINcast, episode 140, Dragon 2-in-1.
Chicago. A criminal mastermind called Overlord held our city in his terrifying grip. Ordinary cops were losing the battle against Overlord's super freaks and mutants. Then, a miracle happened. When I found him, he had no memory of his past. I helped him find an identity and a life. Now we have a fighting chance. Now we have the Dragon.
This is the Savage FINcast, the show that is very professional. I am Jim Purcell.
I'm Ken Alberry.
I'm Simon Mallette St. Pierre.
Craig, Mark, you're sounding quite different this episode. Yeah, we've had. You may have noticed, listeners, that we have been a little infrequent this year. Our regular co-hosts are busy with life, and getting together has been a little tough. So our good friends, our good Savage Dragon fan friends, Ken and Simon, have stepped up to help fill their shoes for this double episode where we are intending to cover both Savage Dragon 279 and 280. You may have noticed that we didn't quite get around to recording an episode for the last issue, and we're already quite late on the next issue. So we need a lot of catch up, I'm afraid, and we're going to try and squeeze them in on this one.
And we're here to help.
And I appreciate it.
Right. We are being paid double since we're doing double issues.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Double, triple, quadruple, anything times zero.
Yeah, I want Craig's salary.
Well, since we've been gone so long, we've actually got a few news items to hit. Something that we completely biffed on because it happened pretty quickly, to be honest. So in our absence, it was announced and released a McFarlane Toys Image Comics Founders Series McFarlane Elite Edition Savage Dragon action figure. Previously, he had released a Spawn and a Shadowhawk as part of this Image Comics Founders line. But now we got us a Savage Dragon, the first new Savage Dragon action figure in quite a while. I personally have the 10th anniversary McFarlane figure that came out, back in like 2002.
I have that one as well.
Yeah, it looks good, but it is anti-articulation. It's got one pose, and his arms swing up and down like He-Man.
It's more of a statue, I think, for that one.
That was back in the day. Most McFarlane toys were like that, and they kind of had a reputation of being more statues than toys. In recent years, they've gotten a lot better in terms of like articulation. And as I said, because we've been gone so long, this figure was announced and has already come out. You can, I believe, people have found them on like Walmart shelves and stuff. I personally ordered it through the McFarlane website. I have mine on hand right here. It's your classic cop dragon. Fortunately, I mean, it depends on what your preference is. Weirdly enough, he comes with mustached face as his default. I don't know why, but he does. Luckily, he does come with a bare-faced alternate head, which I prefer, and is in his cool 90s sunglasses.
Speaking of hands, sorry, Ken, for that one, the hands seem kind of small.
They are very small.
Is it just me?
No. His lower arms kind of end in his hands. He's got like no wrists in terms of like design. I don't know what the deal is with his hands are. I mean, they are big enough to hold most standard guns. I have a hunch that it's because they just wanted regular guns to be able to fit in his hands. Because he does come with like an Uzi and a pistol and like the typical like early 90s Dragon arsenal. He's got a few different hands, punching hands, gripping hands, that kind of thing. The thing is, though, it also costs like $60. McFarlane Toys historically for me, because I buy a lot of their DC action, DC superhero stuff, aren't usually this expensive. This line in particular seems kind of expensive for what it comes with. I mean, it's just a couple extra hands and heads. Usually McFarlane Toys of this size and quality are like $20 to $40 at most. Um, it's good enough. It's fine. I wouldn't recommend racing out to get it if you're not a big Savage Dragon fan like I am. Um, I certainly don't want to pay that much for Shadowhawk.
I don't have it, but I want to get my hands on it.
Yeah, I would.
I was going to ask you how much those were at retail, because that, again, they seem to be pretty pricey, especially on the reseller market. And I
Yeah.
think at a price point that high, I need to be able to burn his head off and have him regenerate it.
Currently, you can buy it direct from Walmart's website for $75, which is higher than what I paid for it off McFarlane's website when I pre-ordered it. But it is still available through the website. Uh, I know I've seen. Well, actually, I've only seen Shadowhawk in store, but I know people have said they've seen it in Walmart's. If you it's not in the toy section, it'll be if it's there, it'll be located back where all the video games and DVDs are. That there's like a media entertainment collectible shelf area that they always stock with this kind of stuff. That's where it'll be if it's there. At any rate, it's cool to have. It's cool this exists. Not sure what else might come from this Image Comics Founders line. I mean, if we're keeping with the classics, I mean, we got to get what the hell's his name? Cyberclaw? No.
Ripclaw.
Ripclaw. Although I don't think anything's been announced for Silvestri.
I did see one for Jim Lee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's a Wildcats Spartan action figure.
Really? Surprised at that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, granted, maybe I shouldn't be surprised because, of course, they already have the deal with DC, so it's not like the licensing's a problem.
It's just a Founders edition or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think they can do Youngblood though.
Not without making some deal with direct with Liefeld.
Yeah. Well, does Liefeld like? I know he sort of borrows the license now
Oh, that's true. It does have like a
to do his
sub-license.
comics.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
own comics. That's a
Hmm.
whole mess, I'm sure.
There you go.
Um,
Well, I
sorry, what?
well I was I'd buy a Jeremiah Youngblood figure instead.
Oh yeah, where's that McFarlane? Come on, Todd.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
sorry that didn't last longer than it did the whole Jeremiah Youngblood thing.
Yeah, right.
Wait. Well, we never know, but we still don't have one actual Malcolm Dragon figure, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice to get one of those.
Yeah, 30 years in the making.
All right. So other news items. We got Eric announcing his Spider-Man 1000 cover. At this point, there appear to be about 1,000 covers for this thing, but Eric's an iconic Spider-Man artist, so he's definitely got to be represented here. Spider-Man 1000, of course, representing 1,000 Spider-Man comics. I don't know how they're calculating that. I'm sure it's whatever they need to get to
Legacy
it.
number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Eric did a pretty classic-looking Eric Larson Spider-Man with him like leaping towards the ground. It's kind of
I think it's a beautiful cover. Yeah.
upward angle. Looks great. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he gave us a great behind the scenes deal on Facebook with all the different coloring that he did to it too. And I agree with him. The best one was actually rejected, and they went out with something wasn't quite as good, I think.
Was it the one with the faded covers? Faded colors? Like a
Yeah,
grayish orange sky, I think, in the background there.
yeah. I think the original one he submitted was that muted orange cover. I think it looked great.
Yeah, that was my favorite too.
Yeah.
So we agree.
And also, oh yes, the one of the issues we're going to be talking about this episode, issue 280, is going back for a second print. There's a particular final moment that was printed differently in various copies that apparently created some speculator interest, which has caused it to sell out. Which means 280 is going back to press, which is very cool for Savage Dragon because that does not happen very often.
I
It
do
made
want to
the
say that I
yeah.
predicted that on one of the Facebook threads. that
Did you?
Yeah, they were saying, like, why would it go to a second print? I'm like, well, if the scalpers are scalping, my friends, that means there's none available on the shelves.
Right.
That's true. But again, I mean, maybe we're skipping ahead for, 280, but there, the book itself was available. There's just like this one variant that wasn't. Not even a cover at this point. Just
Right, but until we solve the mystery of exactly where that variant lives, I think people might just be scooping them all up.
That makes most sense because I still don't know which issue's which and if it's actually a clear cut thing or not.
yeah, we were saying earlier. There's some people online. I've seen at least like two cases where people like they had the 280 retro trade dress version that
Right.
did not have the explicit page.
Yeah, and some people have
So
it that does, correct?
yeah,
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 so
I have it.
you do.
Yeah,
Interesting, fascinating. Which is why
Yeah, I have
it's a
my
mystery.
local store. Sorry. My local store I just have it set up to give me one of every cover. So I came home with all three and didn't realize that there was an alternative until Raven said something. So
Oh.
I opened all three, and my retro trade does have it. The other two do not.
okay, okay,
Yeah, Eric was saying that he hadn't done a interior page variant in a long time.
yeah. It wouldn't have been.
And
It would
last,
have would have been that
yeah,
God is good issue. I would suspect.
there was
Yeah.
also a Savage Dragon number 13 that had a more of a censored shower scene, I think, for Dragon and Rapture. Was
Oh
that it?
yes, yes, I do recall that.
Yeah,
Right, because I
I
think
think
that
it's a
had two.
cool idea. Yeah.
I think there were two different variants on that cover, and yeah, one of them is more explicit than the other. Yeah.
It's one of the many things I copy from Eric, and it's funny that I have one issue that is variant on the inside, and that's from a page that Simon drew for me. I have the explicit and the child. I called it the non-potty mouth edition.
All right, and moving on. So I'm fairly certain we did not cover either of these in the since last episode. We got covers for new Savage Dragon solicitations for issues 282 and 283. 282 has Malcolm and family dangling from a building with two guys with guns shooting at them. Says here, the cover reads, Savage Dragon, another action-packed adventure of the Savage Little Dragons with Malcolm. I see graffiti on the wall suggesting that this is an homage to a Simon and Kirby cover that I am not familiar with. So
I tried to find it, and I couldn't find obviously, I saw the same thing, and I thought it was a swipe as well. But yeah, I don't know where it came from.
I'm sure somebody will let us know. We'll figure it out by the time we actually review the thing. Other cover is issue 283. This one is Savage Dragon at Bay, and it's got Malcolm fighting both Buffalo Stew and Torment. And Malcolm is saying, Torment is coming for me from one side, Buffalo Stew from the other, and I must stop them both. And then Torment saying, or die. This one also reminds me of something but it's a very classic-esque, like, Marvel cover, to the point where I wonder if it's an homage itself as well. But this one doesn't have any creator names on it, so maybe not. Maybe it just is evocative of that.
No, both of them are homages, but I just forget for what issue.
But it is cool to see Buffalo Stew back, because
Agreed.
he is cool, Buffalo Stew. Torment
What
seems
about
like
Torment?
Torment's cool too. I mean, he's got an interesting gimmick with the talking things on his head.
Yeah, I thought he was done for.
Yeah, I did too.
All right.
But I also got the impression that those things in his head kind of grow back, so maybe he's just very, very durable.
That makes sense. All right, more of that. I'm good with that.
Do we know the backstory behind Buffalo Stew and the other Beast people, or do you think that's where we're headed?
I think that's where we're headed. I mean, we see some of that in the latest issue we're going to cover, with there seeming to be more animal people activity going on in San Francisco. So presumably that something is drawing them there and will need to be
I
dealt
thought
with.
I thought the Buffalo Stew was part of the I could be wrong, but the Scourge character from Toronto, he had some like animal enemies or whatever, something like that.
I don't recall that. I know he first appeared while they were in Toronto, but I think he's from the same program that Walter comes from.
Ah, okay, yeah, that would make sense.
Walter is also one of these animal people. He just kind of got out.
Right.
And finally, last news item. We believe a new Savage Dragon trade paperback is out this week. It's the Welcome to San Francisco collection, collecting Savage Dragon 265 to 272. That, of course, being the issue that it brings the family to San Francisco. I believe there's some Mickey Mouse stuff in there. Gotta
Mickey
say,
Mouse stuff aplenty. Yeah.
yeah. It's good these trades continue to come out, honestly, and I kind of hope this one finds an audience because it is kind of a pretty good jumping on point, I would say, all things considered.
Yeah, absolutely. Although like things change really rapidly for Dragon Family at that point, but
Yeah.
when doesn't it?
Okay, so that's it for news. Because we don't have our regular host this time, I think we're going to skip over Finteresting Conversations this episode. Yeah, I know, boo me, I know. Also, most of our emails have been languishing in our inbox for a long time. If you want to send us some more emails, we'll try to read them on the next episode, whenever that happens to be. We apologize for how ramshackle things have gotten lately. But to make up for it, we're going to cover 2 issues of Savage Dragon this episode. And as longtime co-host Raven Perez would say, it's time for the meat and potatoes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we're going to cover Savage Dragon 279 first. Just kind of going into this one. It's been a while since I read it, actually. But I had forgotten this is the Maddie issue. This is the in the Return of Lightning Girl. So this cover for this issue is Maddie and Lightning Girl bursting through the background. Both of them with the lightning, coming out of their hands. And the words "Power of Maddie" on the cover.
It's a beautiful cover.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
I love how Eric does reflections and things like Lightning Girl's costume. You can tell it's black, but you can tell it's also got a sheen to it. I don't know. It's just, it's both Eric and Nikos in conjunction, but the inking is what really makes it look like it shines to me. Because
you can tell there's a texture there for sure.
Yeah.
Also,
it looks.
Sorry, Ken, go for it.
No, you're good. You're good. The darks on it, that you're referring to, are just amazing. Because to me, they just look like they're right-brained. He doesn't really put any thought to it. He just throws it down and it lands where it's supposed to, and it's super impressive.
It works so well.
I've tried many times to replicate it, and I can't quite get it.
Yeah, I was gonna say also his lightning is iconic.
Yeah, it's just great use of negative space, and the way it connects to their fingers and their limbs where the lines break. It just always looks great.
Yeah, the cool thing about lightning like this is it's harder than you think to draw what's supposed to be random, because your brain keeps wanting to put patterns back in.
Right.
So yeah, doing stuff like lightning to make it look good and look random is really cool.
He makes it look easy, but having drawn it before, it sure isn't.
Because you also, it's not just that it goes in weird squiggly directions. It's also the distance between the lines also has to be erratic and not be uniform.
Otherwise it could just be laser blast. You can tell this electricity.
Yeah, and just like you said, leaving it as the white negative space really works well too.
Then Nikos is, of course, putting all those white highlights and everything to make it like really like seem like it's bright.
Oh yeah, that's a home run.
I agree.
All right, so getting into this, Maddie and Lightning Girl are hanging out, and Lightning Girl is basically showing Maddie how lightning works because Maddie has less experience with it. And of course, as we all remember, what's been going through all of these issues, these last four issues, is that Malcolm and Angel and Super Patriot and
Paul.
Paul Dragon have been stuck in Russia, rescuing what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Like something strange. Not Adam Strange.
Yeah. This is usually the part where like I scream at the screen when listening to you guys because I know the answers.
Do you know the answer?
I do not.
Oh, okay. Anyway, they went to Russia to rescue his son who was captured while he was fighting for Ukraine.
Just cheat and say the new Super Patriot. There you go.
Yeah, the new Super Patriot. Yeah, so we get that.
I wanted to. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to speak over you, Jim.
No, it's fine. I can edit all this stuff out.
I had a question for the credits page. There's a new addition to the Flats team.
Yeah. Oh, Mike Torres?
Well, there's another name besides Mike.
Deg Philippe, it looks like.
Yeah, is that new?
I think so.
I don't see that on mine.
Really?
Let's be honest. We all just read the bottom credit.
Well, he's not there, or he or she is not there in 280. So maybe it was just for that one. Well, welcome aboard.
But I've really enjoyed how every one of these issues has that big 2-page cutaway to Russia. And this one's no exception. This was just kind of going bananas with like all these what appear to be like Russian ballerinas chasing them while the city behind them like explodes. Things are clearly escalating.
There's so much happening. I hope we get some flashbacks at some point.
I think my favorite thing here was looking at the ballerinas and looking for any kind of hint of cybernetics or powers, but there is none. These are just a bunch of pissed off ballerinas.
Yeah, it's clearly like a reference to like Black Widow and her whole deal, but it's like They're not even like secret agents; they're just ballerinas.
Well, at the point of this double-page spread, I was trying to look for Super Patriot's decapitated head.
Right.
I think we know now that it's in Paul's backpack at this point.
It's got to be.
Yeah, the issue prior had a head like with flies around it.
It was on Malcolm's back, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think Johnny is goo at this point. No refrigeration.
Well, they bother to bring him back, so we'll see.
I have a confession that I was never a huge Super Patriot fan.
Ooh, really?
Might be sacrilegious in this fandom. I respected him, but after maybe the first was in issue 7, way a million years ago, I was never overly excited to see him. I didn't care for him as a character. But I will say, this new guy I'm loving. I just hope he leaves the mask off him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know yet. We haven't seen enough of him, honestly. I always loved Super Patriot because I always liked that his take on he was a more leftist Captain America who also had the cybernetics. I always found him funny because he was always a curmudgeon who wasn't like a boomer, I guess. He wasn't like the cliche in that regard. He was very much the opposite. And I always just found that fascinating as like a character.
No, I always like that Super Patriot was always around for like the more serious moments of the book. Like even like his last appearance in 275 was very like military-esque. He added that to the book, I think, in many occasions. Uh, Not that it's been lacking lately, but it helps with the world building.
Yeah, he was definitely a straight man whenever he appeared.
Well, rest in peace. Maybe.
Maybe, maybe question mark.
Because the way things are going for like a lot of the cast right now, like you have to assume the new Super Patriot might find some, I don't know, clever ways to use his limbs for explicit situations or stuff like that. I can see that happen in the horizon.
Oh, I know you didn't just put that into the universe.
Yes, I'm fairly certain someone thought of that before I did. Well, he's a young guy, like they're gonna hang out. It's what the kids do. I'm told.
Yeah. So then we cut back to Maddie and Lightning Girl, of course, and Maddie is a kid and she doesn't know her own strength, and she's throwing her lightning around and injuring like bystanders, and Lightning Girl's trying to like impart upon the fact that you have to be careful with these powers. They're dangerous, could kill people. Then she shows off her ability to use her lightning to fly, which Maddie's less interested in doing because she can just jump to the top of buildings quite easily, which is very funny. But then when she does try to fly, it doesn't work for her. Apparently, for whatever reason, her lightning is not as versatile in that regard. What do you guys think of Lightning Girl, just in general?
I think
You go,
she was
yeah.
introduced in that period where I wasn't around, so I've had to kind of catch up with her by collecting the trade paperbacks.
She was just
But
yeah, she was just kind of introduced as like a replacement Rapture. I mean, I believe she's Malcolm's half sister in an alternate
Yeah.
dimension, genetic half sister, I guess I would call her. Um, and she's like, she joined Freak Force, and we've only barely seen her, except in group shots most of the time. I think she had one important like meet up with Malcolm, and other than that, it's just been this.
Yeah, we really haven't seen enough of her to make an opinion, I think. But we have to assume she's dating Dark now.
Yes, I believe that did come up in one of the Freak Force appearances.
that's kind of the really cool thing about Eric and his diverse supporting cast is he does introduce these people, so they're not hitting that trope of just character comes out of nowhere. And when they do show up and get in the spotlight, like in this issue, I'm the entire time like, all right, let's get some character development. Let's learn about this character that I've seen a handful of times. I think it's great. I love it every single time a background character gets forced into the spotlight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
very.
I think I find her costume and her hero name kind of generic. I'll be honest. I think that's my only real issue with her so far. Is that I wish she had a better code name. Honestly.
But I
Well, it's
mean, it is
yeah.
2026. Every single name is taken. Like, what are you going to come up with that's new?
It's better than Battle Girl.
Oh, I'll fight for Battle Girl.
Yeah. All right.
Before we move on, I do want to discuss that Finn in the first panel where she's saying, I got all of Baba's powers and at the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't
That's
it's gigantic?
It's out of proportion, and at first I thought it wasn't coming straight out either and doing the faux pas that everybody does and have it going up at an angle.
Yep.
But I think it's because she's got her head tilted back a bit.
Yeah.
it. Even when one of Eric's fins are like oddly drawn, they always work.
Yeah. I mean, it looks
It's
great. It just caught
they're
my attention that I'm like, wait a minute. That looks like
yeah.
I drew it.
Well, even the on the same page, like the panel below, sometimes it's way tall, but it always works somehow. But it does stand out. That's fine. It's a hard thing to draw, to be sure.
Well, yeah, because it's the perspective thing, right? Because you think it wouldn't
Yeah,
be that hard being basically a one line length, one pencil length wide, but it's like you got to figure out like where it is on like the center of the head and then connect it out
Yeah,
to, the
but
space above it.
if you have to draw fins and you want to look up old references, just like, okay, pick up a random issue of Dragon, if you really look at a lot of the fins, sometimes they're all out of whack.
Right.
But so it's but they work. It's just like the energy, the way
Yeah.
he does it.
Yes.
Um,
Kind of got to fake it to make it like look good in
yeah, like
profile in 3/4 view and stuff.
yeah, the ones that I draw are it's etched into my mind, I think, but it's more like in the I'd say like pre-issue 70 era where it was a bit more, it was less lengthy, a bit more mathematical, I think.
Yeah, every time I draw it, every single time I'm getting a reference.
Mm. Yeah, like if you look at Maddie at the bottom left panel where she's saying, "I can't do it, Aunt Marissa." I mean, she's kind of looking straight at us, but it's at like an extreme angle.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it can get weird.
Because that's the easy way to do it. That straight on is near impossible.
then we get to the meat of the issue, where a portal opens up and Maddie gets dragged into it. Random portals, they happen. And,
They
Lightning
do happen.
Lightning Girl goes grabbing for her and gets there too late and gets caught in the portal with half of herself hanging out one side and the other half hanging out the other. And Maddie's been yanked into some sort of like creature fantasy land, but a different
So
one.
was anybody else worried about Marcia at this point?
Kinda. I mean, she does have that expendable energy to her.
That's true. I was
It's where
worried.
you
Yeah.
slowly turn the page.
But I see like when Eric draws this fantasy stuff, I'm like, more of this. He could do an entire book of, fantasy stuff
Yeah, fantasy
or
landscapes,
yeah,
creatures.
or just the fact that it gets slipped in here in Dragon works for me. It goes in all different directions. It's beautiful.
I forgot this guy's name is Queef.
Oh yeah, what's their name? The non-genital, no genitalia.
Oh, no genitalia. I missed that
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
Phew, whew. Keeping this one
Yeah,
PG.
we got a break in this one. Well, it is Maddie's adventure, so. Let me ask you this: is Maddie's always the one that's drawn to like magical fantasy stuff happening to her, isn't it?
I'm trying to think back to the last time this happened in the Savage Little Dragons. It was a group effort that time.
Yeah, but was she? I think wasn't she the first one in, like that got caught in a portal or something?
Possibly. I don't have it on hand to double check.
Yeah.
I guess for some reason I think I associated that more with Amy, but I guess Amy has more of the Walter stuff going on and the
Yeah. But yeah, not to get too far ahead, but I think in 280 also like Maddie encounters like magical stuff. So I don't know. Maybe is she prone to it or
maybe. I mean, it could be her thing.
what? Yeah, whatever it is, I like it.
It's good they all have their gimmicks. Yeah, Jack's more about like traditional superheroing and Tyrone seems to just kind of be what is his deal? I don't know.
Tyron's like chill. I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know.
just chill.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he's more of a reluctant. Like I get the vibe from him that he doesn't necessarily want to deal with it.
That's
but
right.
He knows that it's his lot in life.
Popeye
Yeah.
wanted to run after the fish monsters, and he took a far more pragmatic approach. That's right.
yeah,
Well, even that and running into people in the street and stuff, he really has that attitude of yes, I'm a dragon. Yes, I'm green. Yes, I have a fin. Why are you bothering me?
Right.
oh yeah. He's gonna be the jaded one.
Yeah,
He's gonna be the one that doesn't become a superhero. He's just a middle-aged accountant.
he's already sick of this shit.
But that's cool. That it took a while. It took a while for these issues to come out, and that's obviously forgivable. But it was nice to get them a bit more spotlight, so we can talk about their already defining personality traits.
So Maddie's
Do
been
you guys?
Hmm?
Yeah, sorry. Go for it.
Continue.
No, I was wondering if you guys had a favorite so far of the kids.
I'm an Amy fan. I like Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've also been on the Amy train for a while now. If you guys remember, if you were around in the olden times, I was a huge She Dragon fan.
Ah, yes.
and some of my favorite issues still in the series are that small group of issues where she took over the title are absolutely some of my favorites. So since she's gone and didn't die but was de-dragoned while I was gone, when I came back I was like, oh well, here's a potential that's going to be the theme will be somewhat similar, I guess, a
Right.
facsimile. I'm never getting Insect back, so
Yeah, sorry about that.
this
Yeah,
yeah,
never.
this
You
is
never
what
know.
I got.
So Maddie's been dragged into this place because these small creatures, the no genitalia, are getting attacked by these giant monsters that periodically show up and eat them. So they needed her to kill the monster. So she shoots him with lightning and drives it away, and gives it a big brackaboom with a lightning punch to the head, as per tradition. Um, it's nice to see her in action, and as these kids are always presented as so strong, beating up these creatures many times her own size.
Yeah.
Here's a place you can let her lightning loose, where she couldn't really do it in the city. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
I've
good
got a
point.
couple of things here. So one of my favorite things in pop culture in general is when the big villain, big monster, whatever, just kind of swings out of their class and doesn't realize it. So the Dragon Kids are like a perfect example of that,
right,
where this giant behemoth comes up and just gets handed his ass. It's pretty great.
yeah.
My second thing is, isn't the big sea monster called Gronk?
You're right.
Uh,
They are called Gronks.
I think
And on the
are
page
they
you will see the big red guy say Gronk.
Interesting.
are they not Groks?
Oh, you're right.
Is there no N in there?
I think
I'm
they're
not sure.
Groks. I think the sea ones are Groks. I really should
I'm-
See,
just
and then
have.
you ruined it for me.
I really should have the wiki open.
I have Gavin on speed dial.
Yeah.
Every time I think that I'm a super genius and figure something out,
Yeah.
somebody's like, "Yeah, Ken."
No, they're they're Groks with two Ks. The sea
All right, okay.
monsters.
Bummer.
We were close.
I'm just gonna say this guy has an accent, and I
Yeah.
was right the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's canon now. We're good.
And
I've-
so
I've-
Maddie has saved the
Yep.
day, and she gets picked up and dragged away. In the smaller creature's excitement, they're going to have a feast for her, and they leave Lightning Girl in her predicament. Then John Day shows up. Don't get a lot of talking John Day, but she's of course got her ass hanging out of this portal, and he's coming along to we can tell that he seems to want to help her, but she can't hear anything on the other side of the portal because she's blocking it up. And so she zaps him with lightning because he doesn't really want him messing with her.
Careful.
Yeah. Yeah,
I trust John Day. He's a gentleman. He really wanted to help out.
he did. You can kind of tell
Yeah.
from our
I mean,
perspective.
Yeah.
If you look, there's a lot of places to put his hands, and he actually puts them on her boots, so he's not
does.
even contacting skin. I think
There
he's
we
behaving
go.
himself.
Absolute gentleman. I have to give a shout out to Nikos and Co. Like the coloring on this issue also is beautiful. All the little creatures and different tones, and I really like this issue overall. Like there's no boring part. All the panels are dynamic and just more of that.
So then we get the big feast scene, of course, and we discover that these creatures eat the eggs of the giant monsters, which seems to be what drives them to attack them. Maddie is apparently kind of wise enough to kind of see how the cycle of this thing goes, and she doesn't want anything to do with this. I mean, understandably, he does make a good point because these creatures do eat them. They eat their eggs, but then they eat them.
Circle of life.
It's a circle of life deal, yeah. But Maddie does not want to be involved. She wants to go home, and they don't want to let her leave. Which, as typical fashion, now they think they can take her. Let's think this through real quick. No, and then she beats the hell out of all of them.
She punched a kaiju and knocked him out with one hit. I don't understand why any of these guys would.
Mess with her, yeah.
But it does have that trope that we've seen a million times where the hero is just taking out one after the other and the other, and more continue running in thinking they're going to be the one in the crowd that subdues the hero. Like,
Right.
just walk away. Just walk away. You'll be fine.
Well, they were desperate, I guess. You could argue that they wanted her to stay. But
I'm going to go eat an egg.
in typical Dragon fashion, we're gonna go back to these guys someday.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, yeah,
You're so sure about
Oh,
this?
they're going to
Uh,
invade.
yeah. It's not like a trope or a cliche from the book, but everything counts in Eric's mind when he does this stuff. Like,
True. I don't know. He does a lot
I'm
of one. He does
yeah.
a lot of one-off stuff these days, and I don't count on
That's it.
anything
Yeah.
returning because he has so many ideas. He can always just come up with something else, I guess. But
Yeah, for sure.
I would like to see more of this. The not necessarily these guys. I'm more interested in the first fantasy world they went to. That whole dealie. I was kind of
Yeah.
hoping when the portal opened up that we were going to return to that, but it wound up being this adventure instead.
This is cool.
Are we
This
sure
is
it's a
cool.
different world?
I mean, it might not be. I mean, it could be the same place, but we aren't given enough information to know that.
I assume that it was the same place, different location.
I don't remember if I think the issue was 236 or something like that. I don't know if they named the place where they went to, but the characters seem different. Where they ended up saving a princess of light or something.
Yeah.
Sorry, if memory if recall.
236. Is this correct?
Was that it?
I'm checking.
Tell
Yep,
me I have
that
it.
is correct. And yes, there is a portal. It's a very similar looking portal, and the first person they grab is Amy, who has Maddie in her arms when she gets grabbed. Also,
All
this
right.
is this is the issue with Lightning Girl in it. Yeah, and they wind up in a fantasy world and like a bunch of creatures similar but different. And yes, there's this princess. Yeah, and the princess is only like in one scene because this story has like a dueling narrative every 2 pages. It's like the
Yeah.
kids and the adults. But no, this was a fun issue. We definitely could stand to get more information about wherever these portals are coming from. I'll be honest.
If
Portals-
only Eric had a letters page that we could write into and ask.
Yeah, we could. So anyway, this whole ruckus gets interrupted by the return of the giant monster, and Maddie takes it down again, or at least a different one. But in that fight, one of the tooth of the monster gets knocked loose and crushes Queef the Gatemaker, which is not good because Maddie is now convinced that she cannot get home. And fortunately, because Lightning Girl is stuck in the portal, Maddie could just reach out and yank it open and go home.
The end.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty fun, honestly.
Oh, and
All
John
right.
Day made it out unharmed.
Yes, he's alive. Thank goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
So the first time I saw this, I thought it was a little bit unbelievable that she could grab it and with her strength rip it open.
Yeah.
But since you have the theory that maybe she is magically based, maybe she's not using her strength to open that portal. Maybe she is using her latent magical abilities
I don't
to
know.
get
Again,
that portal open.
yeah, but if they grabbed Amy in 236, that kind of like negates.
But Amy was
my-
holding her.
Yeah,
Now
Maddie,
Oh, yeah.
it
all right.
stands.
Maddie was
All right.
present. She was right there.
Okay.
Yep.
That
right.
said, the fact that the portal didn't close with Lightning Girl like in the hole, I think
Yeah.
anybody could have just anyone strong enough could probably manipulate it because it wasn't strong enough to like crush a person.
That's a good point.
Good point.
Maybe she just needed leverage to pull it open. I don't know.
It's gonna sound juvenile, but is it because? No, that can't work. But I thought like that world is called no genitalia, so Lightning Girl couldn't be completely inserted in there.
Oh yes, of course, yes. She's too
that would,
mature for this place.
you know what I mean? Okay, yeah, maybe I've been thinking about it too much.
The thing
Yeah,
about it, though, is when she goes through the portal, they don't necessarily physically haul her away. They kind of stand there and have a conversation before the big guy shows up.
right.
There's
Wouldn't
no
you?
reason for her not to turn around immediately and pull that portal open.
True. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, she's here. Lightning Girl's there the whole time. Maddie just never really acknowledges her.
She's just like, I'll be back. Keep the hole open for me.
I mean, all things considered, this is a fun little adventure. I mean, it's a fun little adventure for the Dragon Kids, of course, because that's what all these stories have been. It feels a little unsubstantial compared to some of the other ones. I think the Tyrone cross
Yeah.
Popeye thing was a lot more like. I think it was more was going on with that story, I guess. And of course, the Jack ones got him getting abducted by ice. And I can't really remember what happened in the Amy one. I'll be honest with you, it's too long ago.
Don't both Amy and Tyrone, they get arrested, don't they? Don't all three of them do? She's the only one that doesn't end up incarcerated at the end.
Was that the punchline
Am
for
I
everyone?
remembering wrong?
No, I don't think you're
I
remembering
think
wrong.
so.
Wasn't it Amy and Walter versus mutated hobo?
Yes, it was.
Oh, she doesn't get
Yeah.
arrested. They just have questions for her
Right.
about that incident.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the two brothers do get arrested, one by ICE, one by the cops.
Right.
Anybody listening to us out of context right now, just talking about a land called No Genitalia, a drunken mutated hobo, is what I love about this book. It's so random.
So this issued. My copy doesn't have any backups or anything, but there are pinups, correct?
There are pinups.
One perhaps by
But
someone
hold
we
on.
know. What?
Yes. But before we move on to that, since we've finished all 4 issues of the kids, which issue is your favorite of the 4?
I think the Tyrone one is. I just like Popeye.
Mine might be Maddie's actually, or Jack's.
I think I lean towards Jack simply because even though Amy's my favorite, I'm watching Jack most closely because he has the most potential to be just off the charts powerful
Yep.
Yeah,
based on his parentage.
yeah.
Well, he has a lot of his grandfather in him. In my opinion, he's the most dragon-like of the 4.
Agreed.
Wow, you guys might have to send me home because real quick, just for a quick second, I was like, wait, who's his grandpa? Oh, duh. Hi, I'm Ken. It's my first day.
All right. So tell us about those pinups.
Yeah. Tell me
Ken.
about him.
All right, well, we have a pinup that we saw initially, I believe, in the Eric Dragon fan group on Facebook by Paul, I believe it's Lavalley. Sorry if I mispronounced that.
Well,
But
if it's
kind of got an
yeah, if it's French,
anime-esque.
yeah.
It's
Sorry,
pretty great.
Ken. Yeah.
I think the character in the foreground is supposed to be Malcolm, and the background is supposed to be OG Dragon, but he has a very anime style.
The grandpa.
Yeah, it turns out he's the grandpa. Spoilers,
Yeah.
guys. Sorry. And then this other pinup is by myself, actually.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Was kind of just a thing for Raven, really. Drawing a bunch of naked sea people swimming around, but I threw in Jimbo in the background and Mako in the background, even though he's dead, but maybe not dead. He's been hanging out down there the whole time.
And you,
then-
yeah, go for it.
And a Gronk with an N right there above the ship.
Well, that's one of yours then, so it's fine. The Gronk.
Yeah, absolutely a Gronk. And then on the back, we have Mr. Raven Perez.
Yep. And
with
Walter.
his Amy and Walter.
Super cute.
If it fits, it sits. I guess.
Raven comes up with the most simple, brilliant stuff. When you see it, you're like, well, duh. Why didn't I think of that? That's so smart.
Yeah. Great fin too.
It looks
Beautiful.
proportionally correct. Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so I think that wraps it up for Savage Dragon 279. Anything else you want to say about
I'm good.
I enjoyed that it was a rectangle.
it? What if comics were squares? What a universe that would be.
Eric will do a square one eventually.
All right, Savage Dragon 280. So this is the big return issue. We got a big coming at you cover with Malcolm, new Super Patriot, Paul, and Angel.
And Brett Booth variant.
Oh yes, there's the Brett Booth variant. I remember. I think that was a pinup he shared a while back, and I think Eric had it colored up and made into a
It
cover.
was ink. It was yeah. It was inked by someone that wasn't credited either.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Apologies to who it is. I forgot the name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
'Cause
there's a signature that says "Live" underneath Booth's signature there.
Yeah. Isn't it John Lively or something like that?
well, the inside
Again,
the inside cover I have only credits Brett Booth, so that's unhelpful.
yeah. Eric
Yeah, that's
mentioned
all
that
it says
he
here too.
Eric mentioned online that he forgot to put the inker credit. But still, beautiful cover, nice ink job.
Um, just a question for the two of you: when you have a preference, do you prefer class? Do you prefer the standard cover or the retro cover?
I prefer the retro. The retro's the one that I do the old nerd thing, and that stays in the sleeve and goes in the box. I read the non-retro.
Um, just because I've been there since day one, to me it has to be like the standard edition.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I started in the 90s, the issue 90s. I'm very partial to the retro because that was the cover at the time for me.
Yeah, but the logo wasn't changing back then either, so it was like acceptable. But yeah,
All right, we're gonna get into this one. The title page title "Escape from Russia." We pick back up with Malcolm and Paul and crew, and they are still trying to get out of Russia as they've been doing for months. I guess we're supposed to assume that months have passed.
yeah, because Malcolm had like a big hole in his fin in last issue,
Did he?
and he also had a beard.
Okay. So we're definitely supposed to assume that months have passed,
Yeah,
which I feel is important for context later. Because we cut to a 2-page spread of Jack busting out of ICE custody, which implies he has been in ICE custody for 3 months or 4 months.
yeah. I
Um,
guess they're all gonna regroup on the same day that Malcolm comes back. Is that it?
yeah, that does seem to be the
Okay.
case.
Okay, so he's been in there for 3 months.
Yeah,
That's
and it seems kind of
solid parenting.
yeah, serendipitous that they all got back home the same day. But yes, well, did anybody notice that any of these kids have been missing? Is my question in all of
Yeah,
this.
I think
missing
that's
or
going to
like
be a story point coming up,
I
though.
hope that's a story point because that's my biggest question mark in all of this, even more so than
but
the other question mark.
like wouldn't Tyrone like I think he was the only one that wasn't shipped away or caught
Yeah,
by cops or whatever.
right.
Wasn't he asking where his siblings were? Anyway,
So then we.
on the
Hmm?
yeah, sorry, on the ice double page spread there on the bottom right corner, there's a dude with a white mustache. Reminds me of my guy.
Right.
Uh,
Your guy, the guy.
that yeah, I'm drawing a blank because I'm recording right now.
That's how.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
happens.
I know this. Virgil Dundorf.
Virgil, that's his name.
Yeah, he's always around. Dragon's ex-cellmate. Anyway, it looked like him.
Yep, he does have that mustache.
Yeah.
So then this issue starts doing a back and forth thing where every other issue is either Malcolm and crew or the kids. Um, so again, Malcolm and crew are trying to get out of Russia. They're being attacked by robots this time. So they are, you know,
These
Got
are the
all-
robots that start the whole thing, right? The ones that kill Johnny and stuff were these robots, weren't they?
Oh, they might be. Again, it's been a while, but yeah, you might be right about that.
I don't remember them being red though.
See, I
Were
do,
they?
but I mean,
Yeah.
I already don't know how to say Gronk, so who knows if I'm wrong.
I'm old. Like my memory.
But I believe they're getting very close to the Ukrainian border, so they're trying to get back across, and these things are trying to stop them. And meanwhile, Amy and Walter are running across rat men who look an awful lot like the shrew.
Yeah.
They're apparently killing homeless people, and Walter's jumping into action. I always like when Walter jumps into action. He's a Tiger Man. He should be in action.
I mean, this is a pretty good duo that I don't think I'd want to run up against.
No. But in the Amy issue, I remember complaining that Walter was kind of presented as kind of a chump. He wasn't that athletic, I guess. Here he's in a lot more. He seems to be in a lot more action.
Well, he's a kid, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's emotionally young, because animals have shorter lifespans and all that.
That makes
But
sense.
he
Yeah,
seems at
good
least
point.
full grown. I mean, he's probably only had self awareness for a short period of time.
Yeah, my point being that kids, even young people, aren't necessarily going to run into conflict immediately. Self-preservation is real
Right.
when you're not green and regenerate. I'm sorry, I'm just defending Walter.
No, I mean you do that.
I like Walter. It's fine.
I guess we get more fighting robots in Russia.
So what's funny is we've been watching this, mainly in double page spreads over the last few issues,
Right.
and you get the feeling that they've been running nonstop since they broke out.
Yep.
But then you point out that he took time to shave. So are we just catching the moments when they're running, and there's been points where they're just, sitting back? Because they had to have eaten if it's been that long, right?
Yep. Of course, my
Well-
thing is Malcolm's clothes seem to be very intact, while everybody else's seem absent.
Well, yeah. You could argue maybe that Malcolm didn't shave, but maybe his face got burnt off and it just grew back
Grew back.
naturally. Yeah, and we're good.
That's just how he shaves. He just makes it so easy.
Wouldn't
He
you?
purposely sticks his face in the laser fire and be like, "Oh God, that was so itchy. Thank you."
And after that, we catch up with Tyrone, who's fighting some supervillain, who I'm not sure is given a name, but he's
Yeah. His name's on. Wait, it's on a page or two after.
Yeah, he says it.
Oh, he
Yeah,
does.
we'll wait till we get there. But isn't like his face design real quick? I thought it was the Bay Guardian.
Oh yeah, he's kind of got the similar like eye design and
Yeah,
the what are they? Well, like eye spikes or something. I guess they'd be like wings, eye wings, for
yeah, something like that.
yeah. I kind of thought he looked like one of the henchmen of the Monarch from the Venture Brothers. I don't know.
Oh, if the wing
Yeah.
over his eyes were bigger, yeah.
Yeah,
I see it.
but
He's
He's
not-
got a bit of yeah.
If I can be self-promoting real quick, like I really freaked out when I saw this page because I swiped from Eric pretty much at least once an issue.
okay.
I steal a concept or blatantly, or I love to swipe his swipes and then put both the original creators in there. But in my recent issue, I had the heroes fighting, and it's the bad guy in that is Grand Larson, and Grand Larson picks up my main character and throws her into a banana cart,
Oh no.
which is
Oh, there we
which
go.
is exactly this, and I like wigged out. I'm like, wait, I did it first.
Oh, so they smash a food cart and then the fight stops while they fix it.
No.
Oh,
But they
okay.
smash the crap out of cart. Spoilers for what happens in mine. But it's part of an origin story. I'll tell you guys that.
Well, Dragon was a hot dog salesman in Battle Pulp, wasn't
He was.
he? Yeah.
Was he really?
Yeah.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, Tyrone and this guy get into a scuffle, and they smash this guy's hot dog cart, and he gets real mad about it. So they both kind of stop fighting.
But I kind of love it, right?
Yeah.
It's
It makes
pretty
sense.
great.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, like, oh yeah, I don't have any beef with the hot dog man.
And, then we get a really cool splash page of Malcolm and crew destroying a giant robot. And we get some pretty good, we get some commentary about how these things are kind of crap, and Russia must not have a lot of them because they're just throwing money away.
Yeah, and he's got genitalia for some reason.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yes, look to the right
Why-
of Angel.
Don't
I get-
make me out to
I
be
get-
the only one that
I
notices
guess
it.
that is a robo penis. Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a robo penis.
Uh,
I want to know what it transforms into.
Speaking of Transformers, last time I saw Larson when I asked him for the Optimus Prime sketch that he did for me, which word to the wise, you never ask Eric Larson to do a Transformers thing.
No.
But we were. I was actually telling him that like he does draw good robots, and he told me he doesn't agree. He was like, "Well,
Well, you're wrong.
yeah,
I'm kind of looking at one right now, actually.
Yeah.
awesome."
He also is good at smashing robots. He's very
Yeah,
good at
there you go.
he's very good at debris.
And on that smashing page, that's a pretty classic Super Patriot Eric Larson pose, don't you think?
What with
Oh,
a
yeah.
Zaka?
Yeah, just his elbows down by his ribs and his hands out, and just I feel like I've seen Super Patriot in that pose a bunch of times.
Many times when he just needs to lay in the machine gun fire.
Yeah, it's funny how I went from a character like, again, I respected him. I wasn't like gross Super Patriots here, but this guy I really really like. So I'm really interested to see where the storyline goes. He's gonna adopt
Yeah, well,
a kid and get murdered.
We'll have to catch his name.
I know we're terrible.
It starts with a D, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway,
But then we kind of get more confirmation that Maddie might have magic stuff going on because she's chasing a fairy around and discovering a dragon.
yeah. See, isn't that just like out of the blue?
Yep, very out of the blue.
Yeah.
She seems to attract these sorts.
Is it also the first time that we see Eric drawing a dragon that has a dragon fin?
Oh my god,
way he does
you
it.
might be right.
I don't recall ever seeing that.
I mean, he's done sea serpents before, but this one definitely is more dragon-like.
Well, yeah. It's a bit more finish on the first panel, but still.
Gentlemen,
Mm-hmm.
Theo Strange.
Sorry, what?
New Super Patriot's name is Theo Strange.
Theo Strange. I thought it was Strange.
Yeah.
Because yeah. So yeah, we're kind of jumping all over the place because the story jumps all over the place, and we I guess the Malcolm crew finally lands in the water and gets across to Ukrainian forces and gets finally rescued from this whole ordeal.
And anytime I like a scene where communication happens. Where they pull up and they're just like, hey, we don't mean anything. And then, of course, they praise him and pull him aboard.
Right.
I,
No
I've said it
screw-
I've said the word tropes like 4 times already, but I just don't like them. And that's why I'm afraid of them. Like, can we not fight every time we meet? That would be great.
Yeah.
So anytime people talk and be like, hey, here's what's up.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the scene.
I guess somehow news of their escapades got out of Russia, and they were aware that they were coming, which that's cool. That makes things easy.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, it's the
for-
modern age, right? I would assume that every superhero fight that goes on anywhere, people have their phones out.
True.
Yeah, Ukraine we're keeping an eye out for sure.
This story is to explain why in the Savage Dragon universe, Russia doesn't use all their super science to destroy the Ukraine because Malcolm Dragon destroyed it all.
There we go.
Well, and their robots suck.
Yeah.
You can't take over Ukraine without good robots. It's been the problem the whole time.
Ironically,
Running low on funds.
the Russian-Ukraine war is primarily being fought by robots right now. It's almost
Yeah.
but isn't the Ukraine ones winning? 'Cause
yes.
they have the
They're
robots.
making better ones. Yes.
Yeah, my point stands.
And finally, we get back to Jack, who is again leading everybody out of the ice facility that he busted them all out of, and they're all scattering to the countryside, and he decides to jump on a train.
Yeah, that chain was really just right there.
Yep.
All right.
I don't think Jack even knows where he is, so he's kind of randomly jumping on trains.
He's right though. You can't really follow me. All right.
How fast could a Krillin or a dragon or whatever travel on foot if they really wanted to get going?
I imagine they're pretty fast. I mean, they wouldn't feel. They, first of all, every step is like a super strength step, so they could like skip across great distances. They wouldn't even really need to run. I mean, they could probably run fairly fast and for a long time.
Right. You,
'Cause they-
you look back at 279 on the double page spread, Paul is leaping and he's clearing the buildings by a good 20 feet.
Right.
So if they just, that's an interesting question. Maybe I will ask Eric that. If they get going full sprint and just, start leaping, how fast can they really go?
Then we get Malcolm and crew heading back to the States in a plane, and we get what I consider a very funny joke where new Super Patriot wants a Dr. Pepper, and Paul wants a Diet Coke, and all they have is Pepsi, and they absolutely refuse that swill. I hate Pepsi too, Paul. I hate Pepsi too.
Is that how you guys feel about it?
About
I
Pepsi?
like Pepsi.
Yeah.
I'm a Coke guy.
Yeah, it's
I don't
strange
really
these
drink soda.
well, Pepsi kind of won the marketing wars here in my area of Canada long ago. So it's kind of the standard.
Well, they're
And I know everywhere else is all Coca-Cola for sure.
Well, Pepsi's gradually been winning the war here because it used to be all of the movie theaters would have Coke products, but they switched to Pepsi a few years ago. And like
Oh,
other fast food restaurants like Subway used to be all Coke, and now they're Pepsi. And it's hell. It's hell on earth.
it's taken over.
Just get an iced tea, James.
I don't like tea. I don't like iced tea. I'm very narrow with this with the carbonated beverages I drink. I drink regular Coke. I don't drink any and root beer. I drink A&W root beer and Coke. Those are my two preferences.
Yeah,
Yeah, see,
I'm a
I'm
nice
gonna get
tea
an
guy.
email. I'm gonna get an email after this podcast being like, "Hey Ken, it was great to have you on. Unfortunately, you did say you like Pepsi out loud, and we
Look.
tried, but it's just not working out. Oh well."
Look, it's very simple. Coca-Cola is formulated to taste good at any temperature. Pepsi is only good when it's cold. And I've drunk way too many warm Pepsis over the years.
Interesting.
It is interesting. Why would you drink a warm beverage you don't like?
Because they warm up over time. Once you get your beverage, it gradually gets warmer.
But okay, for example, I don't like cheese, so I don't care if it's cold or warm. I'm just not gonna eat it. This is very off topic. Do you
Very
guys
true.
see Maddie Punch the Rat Guy?
Oh, yeah. It's classic. Classic bent over backwards flip punch. Apparently the Ratman can talk because he is shit-talking Walter.
And they are coming.
Yeah, they tell us on this page that they are from the same facility as Walter and Buffalo Stew. Yes.
Yeah, that is kind of what they insinuate.
And the fact that they did not say rats foiled again is just extremely disappointing.
Yeah,
Uh,
need more rat-based puns. Animal puns in general.
uh,
I don't
Well,
think
you know-
I don't think Eric's much of a pun guy. I'll be honest.
right.
Sometimes he does a little wordplay with like character names, but that's about it.
Well, knowing where this issue ends up, I've been just doing my best to avoid all available puns. It's been, again, I was going to say it's really hard. All right, let's just move on.
And then we cut to Malcolm and crew returning to the U.S., and we get a really interesting thing where, because Paul has taken dragon blood and become the spitting image of Dragon, everyone just kind of flocks to him as though Dragon has never left. This is actually pretty funny commentary, just kind of in general about the Malcolm Dragon situation. It's like Malcolm even says, they always turn to Dad, even if he's just some lookalike Dad from an alternate reality. And Malcolm says, yeah, it's weird how some people just can't move on. Dad's dead. If I can accept it, so should everybody else.
But to be fair, I mean, it is Paul, but he looks like Dragon now.
He looks like Dragon now, and now everyone just assumes
Yeah.
he's Dragon.
Yeah.
And do you
So
think
I
this was
can't
an
I can't
intended-
blame anyone. Yeah. Sorry.
Do you think this was an intended throwback to the early issues where Dragon was doing a lot of press conferences as a cop? Because that's kind
Yeah.
of the feel I got from this page.
Dragon doing press conferences is always a crowd pleaser. Because always the crowd is always asking the most inane questions.
But they do, right? Like interviewers always. Eric talks about it all the time. That they ask him the same questions every single time.
Yeah. When are you going to draw Spider-Man again, Eric?
See, I'm gonna meet when I talk to him again. I'm gonna be like, "What does Dragon smell like?"
Oh. Green.
As a sweet, untouched angel who doesn't know the ways of the world, can you explain the ending of 280 to me?
Well,
we're
not there. We're not there yet.
We're not there yet. We're getting closer. It is closer and closer.
See all those puns.
Are we all kind of like being apprehensive about hitting the end of this issue? Is that what's going on?
Nah.
Yeah.
But it's funny to pretend. It's funny to build up suspense. Let me get to.
Well, again, yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was, but even like at this point when you guys were reading this, did you not expect something to happen?
I
Like-
did. I actually fully expected something to happen. I expected
It-
pretty much this exact
yeah.
thing to happen.
Well,
She
he
wasn't,
foreshadows it, but we're not there yet.
No, we're not there yet.
No, I mean the page that foreshadows it. We haven't hit it yet.
We haven't
But
hit
it's
that
definitely
page.
there.
Yeah.
Didn't we? Like, weren't they like talking on the phone, on the plane about it?
was that
Angel
on the
and
plane?
Malcolm.
That's a good. Well, that's right. The previous page with Malcolm and Malcolm and Angel on the plane. Basically, Angel is saying. Basically, she's a little worried about the fact that she's saying, "You don't think Maxine and Frank are really screwing, do you? That was just an idle threat, wasn't it? Even under the most ideal conditions, there's no way we were going to go all the way to Russia, free Theo, and come all the way home in 3 days."
3 days.
And, Malcolm's all, "You can trust Frank." Maxine is another case altogether. So, like, he acknowledges the fact that Maxine probably can't be trusted. And then she's like, "How do you put up with her? How can you be with somebody you can't trust? She's insatiable." And then Malcolm's all like, "Hey, I managed to get my pants on around you, and you're hot as fuck." Basically, they're proud that they didn't get it on during the Russia trip.
Yeah, they get a medal.
And she says, "We're normal people, Malcolm."
No, you're not.
Well,
We've read the back issues.
yeah.
You're right. We were talking about Warren Pepsi.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's the
There we go.
conversation.
yeah. But this
That's
is
the conversation I was saying he foreshadowed. Also, while I'm looking at that page, that's not Stan Lee behind Angel in the first panel, is it?
It kind of looks like Stan Lee, yes, little bit, yeah. All right, so yeah, we pick up with Tyrone here. Him and this supervillain are putting back the hot dog stand back together. Here's his name, Roustabout. That's a good name, actually.
Yep.
Yes, I was just trying to stop Roustabout, and so they put things back together, and he's trying to blame Roustabout. And while Tyrone's distracted, Roustabout runs away, which I gotta admit is very funny. Funny bit.
I mean,
Like,
I
he
really
doesn't-
liked it. I like the fact that the villain stopped with Tyrone to put the hot dog cart back together.
Well, he's probably
He's like, I'm a bad guy, but I'm not a bad guy.
Yeah, I don't want
Yeah.
to hurt the local business. I don't want to hurt the locals. And he gets his head stomped in for his trouble because,
Yeah.
it's Tyrone Dragon. What are you going to do?
That's what you get for running. I mean, come on. The guy works for the hot dog stand and he has a boss. Like, you don't even own the stand? Poor guy.
Yeah, times are tough, man. The last panel on that page, just there's so much going on that we don't even like credit the art or whatever. But I love like the people in the background, just these like squiggly lines. It's super effective. Just
Yeah, it's so
behind
good.
yeah, yeah, beautiful.
And we get more returns. They finally get back to San Francisco. Alex is here to meet Paul, and even even Alex can't resist the Finn. It's
Yeah, yeah,
like,
she's like,
Yeah.
whatever.
how
Yeah,
rude!
That,
How rude of you, Alex.
that panel made me a little sad.
yeah, Alex has been through a lot.
Alex would cheat on Paul with Dragon immediately, is what this tells me.
Yes, that's why I was sad.
Ever since she apparently hooked up with Angel, like all morality is out the window when it comes to Alex now. Do you guys not remember?
Sorry, what was that?
When Alex was trapped in Dimension X with Angel,
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember.
they it was hinted at that they hooked up. I think they did.
Well, it was a whole thing because it was them who was
Yeah, but they
there.
were alone for a while. It was just like the two of them when the other Jennifer died.
Oh right. Oh, Alex. Right. Yeah, because the other Jennifer did die. That's right. And then it
Yeah,
was just
but I
them for
was
a while.
but every time I go back and I reread the series, you get to the 120s and like Alex is raising Angel, teaching her how to read and stuff. It's just like okay.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah, yeah, that makes it a bit more icky to me.
and that is actually the same angel in this case.
Yeah,
Because
indeed.
it's the Image Universe angel, not the Savage World angel.
But to be fair, they were in Dimension X, I guess. So,
Yeah.
anyway,
So we finally get. Well, actually, before we get to that, apparently Maxine and Frank are not picking up their phones. So this whole return, I guess they still don't know about it. Um, Angel says something here. She says, "You want to share a cab? You can ball me in the back seat on the way home." Is that slang for sex? I don't know that one.
I don't want to answer that.
Um, Either that or basketball, but in the back of a cab. Not
Yeah,
enough room to play
that's the only
basketball.
balling I know. So
Let, you,
Oh no! Balling means cry. They just went through an ordeal in Russia. You can cry in the
that
back
makes
of the cab.
sense.
That's
Balling,
that's
out,
what she
yeah.
means. Yep. Mental health is important.
I'm not sure, but yeah, all right.
We'll go with that for now.
Yeah, that's okay. We're fine.
All right, we get back to Maddie Dragon. She's slugging the dragon. Down it goes, and we find out this little gremlin guy animated the thing because the little pixie says Quark animated the big dragon pretty girl. Quark did it, and Quark runs, and Maddie just zaps it with her finger, and I guess that's that.
Yeah, she learned
So
to
it,
control it. Yeah.
was this dragon a statue? Because she says animated, and if you look at the Braca Badoom panel, those look like they could be like shards.
Yep. Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Not true.
Can't really tell what's going on in the third panel though, because it kind of looks like it's also diving into the water away. So I don't know if it's like just flopping back into the water or something. Yeah, I don't know. That's the one
Yeah.
downside to like this format. Every one of these characters only gets like 2 pages.
Yeah.
So it's like that's all you get.
Yeah, that's an interesting panel because the little Quark guy's saying rats in the same panel, like he's given up.
Yeah,
But if he's given up, why would the thing still be animated?
right. And finally, Malcolm and Angel return to Malcolm's place. And oh yeah, I forgot. This Angel exists too. I forget she's here. I'll be honest, I forgot
And
about her.
Angelica.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and she's real excited about all this.
that's super creepy to me.
Very creepy, creepy, creepy.
Yeah,
She comes from
yeah,
a creepy planet. She's
yeah.
been around creepy stuff a lot. I'll be honest.
It's not going to be a good surprise, that's for sure.
And yeah, they see camera crews and stuff going into the apartment, and Malcolm speculates that the reality show may have gotten running again. Question mark. And yeah, Malcolm goes in looking for Maxine, and there's all these dudes around. But before we get to the big finale, all the kids finally reunite. Uh, Jack Jack gets back, and he's like, I guess he got off on the right train, wherever he came from.
And they were all there waiting.
They were all in the right place at the right time at the train yard.
There you go.
Well, now Tyrone's saying, I thought we'd have to come and get you, like he knew where they were, where he was. So that's
I think
weird.
that the other
Oh,
three
okay.
have been home.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Amy says that mom's been kind of busy doing work stuff. I think the other three have been home, and it's just
Right.
Jack getting home.
That's true.
So very kind of strange. Uh, and Maddie's like, Baba's coming home. Mama's at home to meet Baba. And Jack's saying, Dad's coming home after all this time. Dad made it out of Russia. Angel too. Yeah. And yeah, Baba. Wait, which one's Baba? Baba's granddad, right? Or is Baba dad? I never keep this
Baba's
baby.
dad.
Baba's dad. Okay.
But what is yeah yeah? I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought it was like,
Even yeah. Hmm.
And then the next word balloon, yeah yeah, is back.
Yeah.
wouldn't that be like grandfather slang maybe for Paul? Or
Maybe it's Paul. Yeah, I don't know.
like
I don't
again,
know. I missed that entirely until now.
yeah, this is
Yeah, I
all.
did too.
It's stuff that I was waiting for you guys to reveal it to me because I don't know. Me not being Anglophone.
Because the only
You
one,
guys should know this one.
because it's either it can only be Paul, but I've never heard them refer to Paul as yeah. I
It
don't
would
know.
have to be Paul or Angel, right?
Right, but
No, he said
she refers to Angel by name, so it's not Angel. Unless
By
this is Maxine's mom. I mean, we have speculated that Maxine's mom might be involved here.
hmm
Maybe it's a grandma. I don't know. And of course, Jack is worried
Alright.
that ICE is going to come after him because he did bust out of their facility and all that, which is probably a reasonable worry. We'll see where that goes in the next couple issues.
I mean, Malcolm's home.
Malcolm's home.
So-
He'll take care of it. I'm sure the
Yeah.
alien from another dimension will clear up this mess.
how long can our happy reunion last?
And then we get that page turn.
Out of the mouth of babes. Pardon me.
Yeah. So
Mosh pit?
yeah, mosh pit. Yeah, gotta love Malcolm continuing with the pet name stuff right up until this. We'll see if that continues after this. So
Yeah.
my first reaction is, fucking Beast Boy. Seriously, why? Why Beast Boy? I know why Beast Boy, but why Beast Boy?
Because Bubble
I'm
Boy
more-
pops too soon.
Yeah, exactly. Bubble Boy is just not equipped. Or Feasel, right? That's Beast Boy's buddy. Where's Feasel in all this? But yeah, what appears to be Maxine having a three-way with Thunderhead, Frank, and Beast Boy.
Yeah, count again, my friend. There's 4 people there.
1, 2, 3. Wait. Well, I mean Maxine. Yes, there's 4.
If that's Maxine, though.
If that's Maxine. I mean, we don't see her head, or face, rather. But, I mean, in theory, it could be your mother. but I don't think that's the case. I mean, it's weird that Thunderhead is here
Yes.
if she's not
See, and I think
involved.
Thunderhead is the big clue here
Yeah,
because there's a lot of cheating going on. But
But
if
again,
that
like,
is if that's
if
Mei
the
Ling, then there's a little bit less cheating going on.
for Malcolm at least, not so much Frank.
but
Right.
unless I don't know, because the backup with Kevin in 275, the thing that was written by me and Eric, we did put May in a wheelchair,
That's true. She was paralyzed at that last we saw.
or
Real,
you know, maybe
really good point.
who knows. I'm more disappointed in Frank, really.
Yeah,
Like
Frank
yeah, I
really
thought he
failed
would.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I did
it's
honestly forget for a moment that is indeed Frank.
Yeah, really,
I, you,
Frank is the biggest bad guy in this situation.
you can't be offended by this. It's just super comical.
It's
Just
so
Malcolm's
stupid.
expression. It's so dumb. Uh, but again, like Beast Boy just going at it. Haven't seen him in a while. But we do get a bit more Feasel in the uncensored version.
Well,
Sorry about
with
that.
the uncensored version, I assumed that it was Spider-Man holding the camera.
Oh, there we go.
So in my digital copy that I bought through a new storefront called Sweet Shop, which is still in beta testing. It's invite only. They have DRM free downloads for all your purchases for Image Comics anyway. So in my digital PDF copy that I bought, I have both final pages. They're just
All right.
right next to each other. So when I got
Okay.
this, I could see both.
Was that confusing to you? Just
Not I was confused as to why there were two different versions, but since we
yeah.
get usually get multiple covers as well, it seemed to be I assumed it was because of the same reason.
Yeah, this makes it wilder that it wasn't announced ahead of time, you know. So it's like it's become this little hunt online for people that want to find that version, see what the fuss is about.
And
I think
we're
Which
it's got to be
it's super funny. I
it's
like it.
I, okay. So what I find most hilarious about all of this is, well, as we all know, Savage Dragon is porn now. Has been a criticism, quote unquote, of Dragon for a while.
Hmm.
In circles that don't really understand what Savage Dragon is like about. I mean, we have our criticisms as fans about the amount of sex maybe that's been going on lately, um, but we accept it because we understand it's a joke. It's funny because of how ridiculous it is. Because this is the comic with the guy who shoots shit out of his hands.
Yes. And he's just Eric is just trying everything, which is great, you know. So it's all part of it. Like he wanted to test the waters of what the mature rating was for Image, and there we go.
Yeah, and so now we have a situation where he's used the quote unquote sex stuff to create basically artificial scarcity, which has got speculators trying to find the for lack of a better term,
Yeah,
the cum issue,
yeah, there we go.
and resell it,
We're all
at a
adults here.
markup. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So how do you go on eBay and market such a thing? Come buy the cum variant.
I looked it up. They go by the what do they say? They say like 280 itself, the standard version is explicit
Yeah.
as is, but they go highly explicit for the retro. So that's a classy way of getting around it.
So everyone,
But
so people are all like, "Oh, Savage Dragon's porn now. Book is ridiculous. Bah bah. We're Puritans. Bah bah." But now it's a little bit of money involved. Now you got to get that rare comic. That rare
well,
comic.
right. We've been there before with 225, the variant cover, I think.
Yeah, the very hard to get. Very explicit cover. But at least
Well,
that was
yeah.
that was a solicited variant cover though. So I think anybody who
True.
wanted that could get it. Whereas this was
Yeah.
kind of an out of nowhere, uh, possibly randomly distributed
Yeah.
variant.
But you know what's going to happen for anybody that's going to pick up this book thinking that it's this all-out sex issue? They're going to be disappointed. Is that all that is?
It's a getting
You know
back
what I
for
mean?
it's a getting back from adventure issue. It's a catch up issue. It just ends
Yeah.
on a page turn.
There you go.
And we should talk about the mystery behind the distribution. We don't know what the ratio is. We don't know. We discussed earlier that I believe before we were
Uh,
recording, that if it was a misprint, we don't know what's going on. And I think that's
Typically,
adding to it.
yeah. I think it's really rare that Eric does a different ratio for variant covers. So technically, the retro trade dress should be like one third of the ones out there, if they were all printed correctly, from what I understand.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, we'll
know.
have to see where the conversation goes with the second printing. And I don't think he said in the second printing what the versions are going to be, if he's going to do both again.
Well, the cover has the explicit logo on it, so I
Hmm.
assume all the second printings will be the explicit version.
Yeah,
If just because I feel like a second printing to do that would just be, if you want the issue, here's the issue.
Are you
yeah.
guys ordering the second print?
No, granted, again, I don't buy print anymore, but personally, I don't need it.
I've as of late, like the past couple of years, I just realized that my collection, so to speak, is super busted up because I've read it to death. I may have loaned some issues left and right, and I got that itch maybe from people jumping onto the book for the first time online, that I wanted to collect it myself. Is like, you know what? I'm gonna start over. I'm trying to get everything now. But yeah, that's what yeah, I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah, I
Good.
suspect that I do want to get a shout out if you guys don't mind, but Bellingham is Eric's old stomping ground, and I think you guys have seen they've got. I am fairly confident that the art in the case is the actual back cover art from Graphic Fantasy. I haven't asked them to
Oh
get
yeah,
out and look at it, but yeah, like this is Eric's old stomping ground, and they take very good care of me because I am the resident Eric Larson fan. So I suspect that
that's
whether I
cool.
ask them to or not, there'll probably be some second printings in my box either way, which I'm fine with. I'm more than happy to support the store.
Yeah, it is. It isn't. It's not really on the shelves in Montreal. So, but I do have it on my pull list. But
Yeah, they have a small like adult, not behind curtains like back in the day section, but
yeah, yeah, right.
they're up high on the top shelves, and they're definitely marked as being adult content.
So where does it go from here afterwards for in your minds, if you want to
I
speculate?
I I just kind of hope Malcolm finally puts his foot down. Again, it doesn't even need to be about the sex. I think the fact that the kids seem to have been neglected somewhat over the last however
Hmm.
many months should be a bigger deal to me. And if I was Malcolm, that would be my biggest concern. Um,
Right.
I'm not
I
sure
think
how.
that might be the case.
Yeah,
I mean, with their behavior in the past, this might be more forgivable from Malcolm's point of view than it would be for us.
right.
And yeah, but neglecting the kids is a big deal.
I just hope it goes. I just hope it leads to something. And I think maybe a separation between them might do the title some good in the short term, if not necessarily forever.
Yeah, I just want Maxine to have a different shtick, maybe.
Yeah.
Keep her like sex positive, but I don't know. She can do something else. Or
Yeah, I've been really, really trying to like her as a character, and I literally I just don't. And
really? Yeah.
yeah, I think she falls into that same thing as I was gone from the community for quite a while because I just didn't have access to the books, and it was just heartbreaking, to see all the conversation and such when you didn't have access. And I didn't get back into it again until I moved up here to Bellingham. So there's a lot that I had to catch up with trade paperbacks, and
Right.
you kind of you rip through that story so fast, just so you can be like, okay, at least I know who these people are. So
Yeah, just to catch
I
up.
didn't have I didn't have that organic like introduction of the character when she was first introduced and their relationship growing over time. She was, for me, she was just here and she was, a sex fiend, and I'm like, and my sex stuff in the book is like, I don't know that, I think Raven discussed this, but I don't have any problem with the nudity at all. I think that the hypocrisy of our country, where you can rip somebody's arms off and beat them over the head, that's perfectly fine, but show penis and
Yeah.
all hell breaks is just ridiculous. I actually
Hmm.
find it refreshing when they fight. Like, these are superhero people bringing buildings down. Of course, the cloth of their suits are going to rip. Like, and not stay perfectly over nipples and genitalia. Like, come on, man. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The sex stuff for me, however, like, I've chuckled once or twice. But this book, when I got that feeling, like I think you gentlemen did as well, that it was coming, it gave me that monster into the end of the book feelings of that old Sesame Street Grover book where I'm like, oh, I don't want to turn the page. I don't want to turn the page. It's gonna be there. Please be setting us up and pulling the rug out. No, he didn't pull the rug out.
No, no, she wasn't like she wasn't learning Excel or anything. She,
And then and that is why I cling desperately to, like, that's Mei Ling. That's Mei Ling. That's right. That right?
who knows? I don't know. She may be in a wheelchair, maybe not.
I mean, Frank could be holding her up. She's not standing.
Again, yeah. I don't, we shall see.
You guys are making me look at this picture way too hard. I'm like, well, Frank's got a hold of her, and he's got a hold of you. No, they could be holding her up.
It's art. It's meant to be analyzed. It's fine.
I really need there to be backup stories in this issue so we can.
No, because
oh,
yeah, I
thank
was even
goodness.
Yeah,
I was even looking at
we need to get
yeah, go for it.
We need to get Maxine's story, basically what she was up to these whole 3 months from her point of view.
Right.
I'd be okay with that.
I think that's what the next issue is going to be about.
Yeah.
But again, yeah, so some stuff needs to be resolved at this point.
I will say this, that it's the first time in a very, very long time that I'm like, let's go next issue. I'm hanging from the cliff. Let's go.
Yep.
Well, it's off to the printers now.
Is
Yeah, I
it?
believe so.
Well,
Yeah.
then we need to get this episode out.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he's been on a roll. Really cool. Heading to that 300
Yeah.
and beyond.
All right. I think that's it for the main issue. I mean, we do get a really fun Jonathan to Henry backup. I love these
Yeah.
little I love these little Angel and Mr. Glum like backups
They
he's been
work
doing.
so well. Yeah, it's
Of
lovely.
course, I
Yeah, my favorite thing he does here is the old school, just slightly off coloring.
yep.
It's so great.
See all those little you can see the printer mosaic stuff or whatever it's called. Looks
And
really good.
even if it's not canon, I like to see an update on the feral dragon out in Dimension X right now.
Yeah. I don't think we ever got anything else about him. I think did we get the one hand out of the grave? Did we get any more after that?
There was a backup when we written by Eric where we see like his shadow. So you see there's actually a fin.
Okay, so that's all we've ever gotten. So this is like the most we've ever gotten
Yeah.
about him being like a feral child messing
That's
with messing with Glum.
It's a cool idea.
It is a cool idea.
I don't know. Was your version? Yeah, your version was digital, Jim. So
Yes.
did you see the pinups that we have in the back?
Yes, those are all included. The Mark
Okay.
Welser Overlord in Kirby style.
How cool is that?
That is very cool. And the not the back cover, but the
Inside back cover.
inside
Yeah.
back cover with Maddie and Lightning Girl. So a really good one. Of course,
Yeah, super dynamic.
it's a remake, basically a remake of the last cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that every now and then, Ken. Like
Say
kind
that
of
again?
you do
Oh,
that
yeah,
every,
yeah, yeah.
every now and then, yeah. That's
yeah, I
really
did
cool.
was it, who was it that I swapped? Oh, it was those orange characters. I don't know if they had names, where I just swapped the position of the male and the female character. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to say it's so freaking cool that Eric supports us like this. Like,
No kidding.
I have a lot of improving to do. I literally draw every day. I have a lot to learn, and a lot to do. You know, like I hang around with you guys that all draw better than me, and I do that on purpose. But the fact that Eric supports not just me but all of us,
That's-
and
I make
You know,
everyone.
like
No,
I've told
no,
so many
I make
people,
everyone
like,
look better.
no one likes their own work.
no, man, nobody could do what you do.
No, nobody
But
likes their own work, man.
yeah, no, I
It's
know
just how
that's
it
true.
is. It's always
But
like you want to get revenge on your last page. I'm going to do better on the next one. And in 10 years from now, you're going to look back at it, you're going to think it's going to suck. And
I
that's how
mean,
it is.
it's always kind of heartening when Eric mentions that he still can't get things in his head down on the paper the way he thinks it should. It's like
It's heartening.
never goes away. So that means it's
It,
normal.
it's heartening
yeah,
and also like extremely discouraging seeing that like he's a giant. And if he has so much, if he has issues every now and then, like, what does that mean for me? It's like, God,
dude, it
he's,
means you're normal, right? Like that. When he said that, that helps me so much because
well, yeah,
I am kind of turning that corner now, where I do have an idea, and then I finish the page, and I'm like, oh my god, that was my idea. And it used to be, in the Super Freaks days, I hadn't drawn for years, and I
hmm
couldn't. I would have to change what my plans were because I just wasn't capable of drawing it, and I couldn't figure it out.
and look
So
at you go now. Yeah.
yeah, one of the days I'm chasing you guys up that ladder. I'm telling you. I mean, my goal is, like, no kidding, is to be good enough by the time 300 rolls around that I have an actual backup story, not just a pinup. That is my personal goal.
Just send away.
Yeah, I want to be like Simon when I grow up.
Well, no. I wouldn't recommend that. But
Artistically.
my first printed work was in the letter pages of number 37, I think. I was 16 at the time, so
Wow. Mine
yeah,
was
it was.
Ant number two.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah.
But
Well, no, mine was Super Freaks, but man, that was just pure,
it's
pure
still
luck.
yeah, it's still cool. If I see a Savage Dragon 37 in the wild, I'll pick it up just because it's my
Yeah.
first quote unquote like printed work. It was super fun. I don't have anything else left
Yeah.
for
I just wanted to say the back cover is great because again, it's more to Henry doing Harvey
yeah.
comic stuff. Just not a lot of people do Harvey comics pastiches, so
It works super
it
well.
works so great.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I hope he keeps doing it because he seems to have found his niche and he's just knocking them out of the park.
yeah, I think he's done a few of these for like Big Bang Adventures as well. That's kind of where I learned of him
hmm
because he also does a really good like Captain Marvel creator CC Beck. He does a really good CC
Yeah.
Beck style as well.
Oh yeah, I could see him do that.
Yep. So I think that's it for us. This episode wasn't quite as long as I thought it was going to be, but I'm glad we got
It's
these
all
two
my
issues.
fault.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got these two issues done. Next time, we hope to get back here and do a more timely review of 281 whenever that rolls around. I mean, we still got stuff we could do. I mean, we never did cover Spider-Man Noir. Uh, that
Yeah,
did.
how'd you guys like that?
I didn't read it yet. I read the first issue, thought it was pretty
Okay.
good. I intended to read the rest, and I just haven't had.
Yeah,
I haven't. It has honestly. I'll be honest. It hasn't gone on sale yet. I don't really want to pay
got you.
$5 an issue. I'll be completely honest with you.
It's fine.
Yeah, my store put it in the box because of the Eric cover. I didn't read it.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
read it as I haven't bought like really for a Marvel or a Spider-Man book in a long time, and I enjoyed it. It's fine.
yeah. Well, the first issue I read, it was just a very Eric Larson story. I mean, it was very. You could tell it was him, and I enjoyed it because I think Eric is a good writer and he's underappreciated as a writer.
Agreed.
Very much agreed.
A bit of a disconnect, I think. I think it's a language barrier too between the artist and Eric, maybe. Because sometimes, like, I feel like the facial expressions of the characters like didn't match really well what was going on, but that's just a super small gripe. Maybe I would have liked the artwork to be a bit more noir-esque, you know. But I'm okay with it. It was good.
So yeah, that's it. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. This was the Savage FinCast. You can always send us an email at savagefincast@gmail.com, where we'll definitely read your email and we will try to read it on the show. You can of course find us on YouTube, Savage FinCast. Just search for Savage FinCast. You'll find our channel where we upload all of our episodes there. Of course, you can find us at savagefincast.com. if the URL is working again. I think Raven fixed that. It was directing the wrong way for a while, but I think we sorted that out. And of course, you can find us on any of the major like podcast networks, Spotify, YouTube Music, and others. So thanks for listening, everyone, and thank you, Ken, and thank you, Simon, for filling in. Again, just because we've been having issues with getting people together, I'm glad we finally managed to, get 3 people in a room in front of microphones for this.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
anytime, brother. Just let us know
Yep.
when you need us, and we'll be here for you.
I'll probably be reaching out again soon enough.
Awesome.
So thanks,
All right.
everyone. Have a good one.